Broke girls are being arrested when men don't pay the bill. So a lot of women are going out to restaurants now and they're using men to buy them food. A lot of women, if they don't go out to eat that evening, they probably will not eat at all that evening or maybe even for the entire day. There are a number of women who are using men to completely subsidize their living where they don't buy groceries at all. They just set up different dates every day of the week and then they eat based on being able to go out with those men. And there are some women who are like, "Oh, you go, girl." A lot of women are like, "You go, girl. This is the right thing to do, and more power to you." Keep in mind when men do these types of things, they end up getting arrested for embezzlement and fraud and deception. There are guys who've tried doing similar things in Japan, in the United States, in the United Kingdom, and these guys have been put in jail, even served some prison time. But when women do this, they essentially get away with it. However, times are now beginning to change. There are a lot of videos that are popping up online. We're going to jump into some of them, and they kind of illustrate what's happening. Where a lot of these women, they are broke, they don't have it, they cannot provide for themselves, they don't have the money to pay for these meals, but they're going on these dates without even a dollar in their pockets, thinking that these men are going to subsidize their living, like the way it was 10 years ago. And men are wising up, and they're like, "Yeah, well, we're not going back to my place. Okay, I'm not getting anything out of the relationship, or I just don't like your attitude. Yeah, I'm not paying for the meal." And then the woman basically starts to go ballistic. We're going to jump into one of the videos, and then we're going to show you some examples of how these women are getting arrested.
I think I'm gonna leave, but like I need you to pay the bill because I'm not paying the bill. Like,
I can't afford to pay the bill. But I get paid on Friday. I was thinking maybe you just looked out this time. I mean, you did ask me to come out to eat.
I didn't ask you. You asked me to come out to eat.
Well, I sat here and pretended
This
like
is
I
so
cared
awkward.
about what you said for like an hour. I think it'd be
Oh
respectful for you to
my
split the
god.
bill.
Oh my god. I've never had anyone talk to me like that. Like, I'll pay it just because like you seem like you.
How about you see if your sister could cash out you some on the floor?
I, I'm literally like appalled. Like I don't like. Are you being serious right
I'll
now?
cover the tip if you want to like.
If you
take
have
care
the
of
tip,
it.
then I'm not gonna sit here and argue with someone about paying a bill. I'll pay it, but like that's so sad that you would like ask somebody
Well,
out.
if you'll pay it, then what's the big deal? Now come over here. Let me play along with it.
Is that because you asked me on a date and you're asking me to split the bill with you? It's a respect thing.
I just don't know you that well.
Okay, I don't know you that well, so that's completely fair, but I still agreed to go on a date with you to IHOP, and you're asking me to split the bill, and I don't think that's like respectful.
I would pay for you at a nice restaurant as well. Just, it's principle.
Okay, well, it's a respect thing for me, and on top of being disrespectful, I feel like you just sat here and played a slots game app literally the entire time after asking me to go on a date for the last 3 weeks.
It's called Jackpot World, and I am practicing for a tournament coming up. I told you that.
Okay, how does the slots game app on your phone help you practice for a tournament in Vegas?
It has every type of slot you would not understand.
Okay, yeah, I wouldn't understand because I'm not doing that during a date. I don't want to go back and forth about this game thing, like, this whole time. I'm just saying that I would really appreciate it if you took care of the bill because you asked me out, but if you can't, that's fine.
It is 2024, and I don't know you that well. If I knew you were the type of girl to let me hit on the first date, like, maybe.
Why would you say something to me like that? Seriously. I took time out of my day to come see you. This is beyond disrespectful. Honestly, I'm getting so angry right now. I would like if you just left. I will take care of it. I really don't want to hear from you.
You'll take care of it?
Yes.
I mean, I might actually let you do that.
Dumped his girlfriend after she expected him to pay for her entire birthday dinner with all of her friends. He posted to Reddit explaining that he'd booked a table at a nice restaurant to celebrate his girlfriend's 24th birthday with some of her friends. He admitted to making quite a bit more money than his girlfriend covering the rent and utilities for their apartment. While at the restaurant, he noticed that his girlfriend and her friends were ordering some of the most expensive things on the menu. But he didn't think too much about it, figuring he would cover the cost of his and his girlfriend's meals while her friends paid for themselves. At the end of the meal, the waiter asked him if he would like to split the bill, and he said yes. The bill came out to a total of $1,185. The faces of his girlfriend's friends dropped as soon as they realized they'd have to pay for their own meals. His girlfriend then gave him the silent treatment for a full week after her birthday. He assumed that him not paying might be the reason, but he refused to believe she would be that shallow. She did eventually tell him that he had embarrassed her by not paying for everyone. Because he was the man and because he organized the event, he was obliged to pay. But if his girlfriend expected him to pay for everyone, she should have made that clear beforehand. When he confronted her again about it, she told him that he needed to transfer the money that her friends had paid for their food, and then she would resume speaking to him. He broke up with her then and there. Just because one partner may earn more or traditionally take on certain roles, it doesn't mean they should automatically bear the financial burden of social events. Instead of assuming, financial expectations should always be discussed and mutually agreed upon. What do you think? Should the boyfriend have paid for the entire birthday meal?
Video is crazy. Watch it, then leave your thoughts in the comment section.
Alright, so let me get this straight. You invited me out to come to eat. And that was not even my idea. That was your idea, right?
Okay, and the problem is?
And I'm offering to pay half, but you want me to pay the whole thing?
I'm the woman. I shouldn't have to pay anything. Yeah, I invited you out because I wanted to go out. That doesn't mean I have to pay.
No, this was your idea. Actually, I don't even have to be a gentleman to pay half of it.
Because you're going to pay it all.
But this was your idea to come out. You're the one that invited me out.
And you're the man, so you have to pay the bill.
Says who?
Says me. What do you mean?
In what book is that written in?
It doesn't have to be written. That's just a rule.
This is my card right here. I'm trying to tell you, I'm going to pay half of the bill. How much is it? Hold on.
You pay the whole bill or you sleep on the
300.
You pay the whole bill or you sleep on.
Let me know what you think. Like, comment, and share. Later.
I mean, guys, do you see what's happening out here? Women are taking advantage of men, and men are done with it. Men are absolutely done with it. When these women are going to the restaurant and they can't pay the bill, they're getting arrested. You can see one girl, her bill was only $27. $27 at IHOP, right? And he asked me on a date to IHOP and expects me to split the bill $27. So it would have been if they're splitting $27, that's about $14 a piece. $14 a piece. She could not handle spending $14. Now, let me make it clear. A lot of women are cheap when it comes to spending money, with a man. Like if there's a guy there, they don't want to spend any money. If they're but they will spend money on themselves. They'll spend out all of their money on Uber Eats and DoorDash and all of that other garbage and luxury handbags. They waste their money on themselves. They are not good at saving. There's this perception that, because women are stingy sometimes, it means that they don't spend money. No. They're stingy when it comes to spending money on someone that they don't like. They'll spend money on Pancho and little Sancho and his brother Pancho. Okay? They spend money on Chad, Tyrone, Ray, Pookie, and Enrique. They just don't spend money on you. The less that they like you, the more they expect you to spend on them. So this girl right here, she didn't have the money. All right? These girls are living from simp to simp, not even paycheck to paycheck, simp to simp. If a simp doesn't buy them a meal that day, a lot of these women don't eat. If we look at a comment on one of my videos, this was from Wam Thun Z. He says something quite interesting. So I went on a date, and beforehand I went to the waiter and I'm paying for me. Now, not her. This is a first date, and I crap you not, the waiter said, "Oh, it's her. We've been waiting for this." Apparently, she would take a new guy each night to that place and order the most expensive things. Me, I paid for my drinks and steak. She got stuck with her chuck off the bill at $200. Unbelievable, y'all. Unbelievable. So her stuff was $200. Crazy. For what she ordered, $40 cocktails, $120 worth of food. So she spent $80 on alcohol and $120 on food. His bill was $55. $55. And what did he get? He got a drink and a steak. So dude got a steak and a drink, and his bill was $55. She went all out. Guys, these women are not going to survive this inflation. The hell that we're seeing right now, it's not going to happen. They're not going to survive this. No way in hell are they going to survive this, because the prices have skyrocketed. Absolutely skyrocketed. Okay? So he says, me, I pay for my drink and steak. She got stuck with her chunk of the bill at $200 for what she ordered, $40 cocktails, $120 worth of food. My bill, $55. Guess who ended up throwing a tantrum and looking the fool? She was arrested for theft by the police and banned from the restaurant. One less problems, lads. Okay? And 14, and someone commented, on behalf of all of society, thank you. There's another video, I wasn't able to find it for you guys, where a woman went to a restaurant with this dude, and he basically asked her, is she going to be physically intimate with him tonight? She goes, no, I'm not going to be. All right, we're not going back to your place. So he goes, okay, well, you can pay your own bill then. She goes, no, I don't have any money. He goes, that's not my problem, right? And he's like, you could take yourself home too. She's like, you brought me here. You have to take me home. He's like, no, take an Uber. She's like, I don't have any money. I can't take an Uber. So then the waiter comes, and the waiter's like, you need to pay the bill. And she's like, I can't pay the bill. She goes, I can't pay the bill. He's supposed to pay the bill, and now he's refusing to pay the bill. And the waiter goes, listen, it's just policy. I have to call the police. It's just policy. This is happening around us. More and more women are going out, and the waitresses, they know what's up. They see that women have been doing this for years now, taking advantage of men. Okay, the foodies, they've been taking advantage of men, and more men are saying, nope, not me. They go to the restaurant, the woman runs up the bill. She's careless, because she doesn't think there's any chance whatsoever that the man will say, no, I'm not paying your bill. So she will order like crazy, not have money in her pocket to cover the bill in case the man says, I'm not paying, and then throw a complete tantrum and expect the restaurant to let her off the hook. There are also stories, though, and I don't agree with this, where there's some guys who have been going to restaurants and they'll basically just walk out. Like, they'll say, I'm going to the bathroom. So they'll order very expensive things, and they'll just walk out on the woman and leave her there with the entire bill. And then usually what the restaurants do in those situations is they will basically either get rid of the bill entirely, or which is ridiculous, or have her just pay her portion. Now, realistically, she is supposed to pay her portion of the bill. Guys, I'm going to tell you what's frightening, though, and you might see more women doing this. This is probably what more women are going to start doing. They're going to go to the restaurant. Guys, be careful out there, y'all, because that's what they're going to do. They're going to start going out with dudes, and they're going to catch guys. They're going to get slick. They think they're slick. They're going to start going out with men, going on these dates, and they have no intention of paying. They have no money, but they know what the dudes are up to. So they're going to say, I have to go to the bathroom. They're going to get up, go to the bathroom, and then try to slide out and stick the man with the bill. So that the man is responsible for the table, and that's how they're going to try to get dudes. That's how they're going to try to get y'all. So be very careful and be very wise, all right? You have to think about the worst possible thing that they can do. Always think the worst. Always expect the worst while hoping for the best, but you damn well know you'll most likely get the worst from these people. Always expect the worst when you're going out with them, and you will always know, and you'll always be able to almost perfectly anticipate what they're going to do. Not always, but more often than not, you'll be able to figure out what they're going to do, because they're always going to try to do something bad. So be very careful, guys, because they're going to start trying to do this where they'll go out with you. They know you're not going to pay, and they'll just basically excuse themselves and say they felt uncomfortable, and you are the one who invited them out. Even if they were the ones who invited you out, they'll say that you're the one that invited them out, and they're just going to get up and walk out, all right, and leave you with the bill. They'll get up and walk out, or they'll say, I'm going to the bathroom, and they'll disappear. And they'll literally wait. They'll do it in such a way that you don't even know when they leave. All right. This is how bad it is. All right. They'll even go, listen, these women, they'll even go to the staff in the restaurant and tell them that, listen, I was at this so and so table. I feel uncomfortable with my date. Because if you go to these restaurants, these women are told in advance, like, if you feel uncomfortable, just tell the waiter and the waiter will call the police or whatever. So this is what they'll do. They'll go and they'll walk away and they'll say, I'm going to the bathroom. They'll go to the waiter and tell the waiter, listen, I was out here with my date. I feel really uncomfortable with this guy. This guy's been really, really creepy. So I'm just like, I'm going to leave. And he invited me, so he's going to take care of the bill. But I'm leaving. I cannot do this. That's how they're going to try to get out of it. Just think the worst. Think the worst, and you can anticipate what they're going to do. All right? No man in their right mind should be going on dates in 2024. No man in their right mind should be dating in America in 2024 or in Western society, America, Canada, Australia, predominantly white English-speaking countries. Nah, bro. No. Because they are guys, they are out here so desperate. They're like, oh, you want war? You're going to get war. Guys, they're going to strike back like this. They're going to strike back like this because now men are like, I'm refusing to pay the bill. They're going to find every way to get you back. They're putting you on social media. They're recording all of it, but they're going to get you back like that. Okay. As soon as they realize that you're not going to pay or whatever, or even if it doesn't even get to that far, they've already planned ahead. So you'll be there. You're thinking the date is going well. Little do you know, they're just going to slide out on you. Because this is their plan, and they're going to keep doing it with as many men as they possibly can so they can keep on eating, because this is how these people are conditioned. Their fathers did not raise them well. Their parents did not raise them well. Okay? Their parents didn't raise them well. So they're going to keep on doing this until they end up getting arrested. They do it to the wrong person. But this is the direction that we are going in right now. But you can see men are not playing around anymore, and these women are getting arrested, but they're not going to stop, because a lot of these women, if a dude doesn't pay for their meal, they don't eat. They don't eat that evening. It's really, really that serious.
He's $3 extra, and he said, "Okay, then never mind."
So I was a dating coach for about 3 years, and I'm completely on this woman's side. If you're not spending extra money on a date, men, what are you doing? If you're getting a burger, you have to get every single topping they offer on the menu. I don't care what the price is. I don't care if you don't like it. You need to show the woman that you're willing to spend money, and one day maybe you'll spend that money on her, right? So you get a fried egg, a bacon, jalapenos, mozzarella sticks, onion ring. Rack that bill up. The burger's going to come out like this. Her eyes are going to be wide. It works every time. The last client I did this with, he said his date had a great time, right? She still had feelings for her ex-boyfriend, so they didn't go on a second date, but she wouldn't lie about that kind of thing. So the bar's been set, guys. That's all I'm saying. You can't cheapen out. You can't go below the bar. Try it.
You got me there.
First rule of dating, if you ask her out, you're paying. If she wants to split the bill and that's important to her, that's fine, but you need to be fully prepared to pay, and pay in full with tip. Do you agree?
See, guys, these are brokies. They called us dusties. They said that we give them the icks. Guys, you know what gives men icks in 2024? A woman who can't pay for her own meal. A woman who goes out on a date, doesn't have $1 in her pocket, and expects that a man is supposed to pay for her right automatically. She wants him to do for her what she can't even do for herself. This is the reason why I say that it's okay to be in a relationship with someone, but you should not be in a relationship with someone who needs you to survive. Okay? Like, they cannot survive on their own without you. They cannot live without you. I like the example with MK Fitness. He's in a relationship with a Filipina. She works in a call center, as far as I understand. She makes enough money to cover all of her own bills. Okay? In fact, I think last I heard they were like, she was covering the bills in the house. Okay? And he was like building up his money. And that's the relationship that you have to have with a woman. You cannot be with someone who cannot survive without you. They cannot live without you. I'm just being very, very clear. It's okay to be the man. It's okay to have an arrangement where you pay the bills and she works in the house. She takes care of the kids. That's your arrangement. That's your arrangement. But do not be with someone who cannot live without you. Like, they need to be with you to survive. That's how these men end up with long alimony payments. That's how these men end up in bad situations. This whole thing, showing that she's generous. Guys, she goes and Chad, Tyrone, Ray, Pookie, Enrique, Miguel, Little Pancho. They love Little Pancho. They love Little Pancho and his brother Sancho. They love these men. These men, they get it on day one. They don't have to wait for it. They get it right away. These women bring them a meal. She brings Pancho a burrito. She brings him a burrito, okay? And a 6-pack of Corona. She brings food for these men. So it's a whole different thing. She'll put money in his pocket. If she doesn't have it, she will go and get it from another man and then give it to Little Pancho. A lot of women do this. They'll take another man's money and give it to the man that they love. There was a woman in Texas who did this. She stole $120,000 from her husband, gave it to the man she was cheating with, and he ultimately, it was all videotaped, and she was basically gloating right in front of him. And she ended up being Control-Alt-Deleted. It went to court. And an all-female jury gave him something like, I don't know if it was like 5 to 10 years in prison. He did not get life. He did not get a sentence where he was also where he would be Control-Alt-Deleted. No, they were like, nah, she ripped him off. She really damaged him. He'll be out of jail in a couple of years. He'll be out of jail in a couple of years. That was an all-female jury. One of the biggest problems right now are the simps. Because if any Sims had been on that jury, I feel like it would have went south. Sims are such a danger they are a danger to the Constitution. They are a danger to this. They are a danger to the well-being of mankind. They are predominantly responsible for why we are in the situation now. But even with the simp economy is moving overseas. The simp economy is moving overseas. These Filipinos aren't messing around. They have channel after channel after channel. And they're giving these simps like kind of like a GFE, girlfriend experience. Okay? Like something that American streamers can't do, something that these OnlyFools content creators can't do. The simps are going over there and finding Filipinas who are bar girls, or Thailand who are bar girls, but these are women who can still cook clean, who can cook and clean and are still fit, feminine, and friendly. So even though they're going over there and they're ending up with these types of women, which I don't recommend, it's still a much better deal for a simp, because a simp is a low value man. Let's be realistic. It doesn't matter how much money a simp has. It doesn't really matter who they are. None of these things matter. A simp will always be a simp. A simp is a low value man because of the way he carries himself and the things that he's doing. Okay? Simply having money doesn't make you a high value man. The way you carry yourself as a man, the way you take care of yourself, the way that you maintain your boundaries especially, that's what makes you a man of value. Being able to say no. By the way, guys, if you're enjoying the content, consider checking out and subscribing to our newsletter for my personal thoughts and insights. You can click the link in the description. I release the newsletter weekly. Go and get onto the newsletter, guys. The next one is going to be fire. Go and sign up to my newsletter. Also, guys, I've finally done it. I've created a community for you guys on Locals. You can check it out at angrygalaxy.com. You can join the Angry Guy community for exclusive content, everything from exclusive videos, guides, learning how to build your wealth, travel, variety of everything. Speak to me directly. Guys, go and check that out. Talk to one another, and you don't have to deal with a lot of the back and forth, things that you can't discuss on this platform. You can discuss that in our community. So go and jump over, join the Angry Eye community, and start talking with other guys. Start talking with me. Start checking out my exclusive content over there. Get on your grind. Yeah, go and check that out, guys. It's linked in the description of the video. Broke girls are being arrested when men don't pay the bill. Let me know what you guys think regarding this, and we'll talk about it in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWM and walking away, and cheers.